Hello, good evening everyone. My name is Abhishek Swami and I am Junior Software Engineer at Trainer at ABC Trainings from Latur. Today I am going to tell you what are the skills are essentials in the future. Okay, so so these are which are the skills which are important in the future to learn. So our first slide is why programming skills are essential in 2025 and beyond. So प्रोग्रामिंग स्किल्स एक सुपर पावर की तरह काम करती है 2025 और उसके बाद का टाइम पूरा टेक्नोलॉजी ड्रिवन वर्ल्ड होगा जहाँ हर इंडस्ट्री चाहे वो हेल्थ केयर हो एजुकेशन हो फिनेंस हो या एंटरटेनमेंट सब में टेक्नोलॉजी का डीप इन्वॉल्वमेंट होगा। पहले के टाइम पे कंप्यूटर एक ऑप्शनल स्किल था पर अब प्रोग्रामिंग एक कोर स्किल बन चुकी है। कंपनीज को सिर्फ एम्प्लॉयज नहीं चाहिए, उन्हें प्रॉब्लम सॉल्वर चाहिए जो सॉफ्टवेयर एप्स और इंटेलिजेंट सिस्टम्स बना सके। So our first point is rapid technology growth, like artificial intelligence, machine learning, IoT, क्लाउड कंप्यूटिंग और साइबर सिक्योरिटी जैसे फील्ड्स बहुत फास्ट ग्रो कर रहे हैं। 2025 तक वर्ल्ड वाइड टेक जॉब्स 40% से ज़्यादा इंक्रीज होने का एस्टिमेट है। फॉर एग्जांपल स्मार्ट सिटीज़ के लिए IoT इंजीनियर्स, सेल्फ ड्राइविंग कार्स के लिए AI और C++ प्रोग्रामर्स और एंड फाइनटेक ऐप्स के लिए फुल स्टैक एंड पाइथन डेवलपर्स की डिमांड रहेगी। अगर आपके पास प्रोग्रामिंग स्किल्स है तो आप इंडस्ट्री के साथ इवॉल्व कर सकते हो, वरना सिर्फ यूज़र बनकर रह जाओगे। ओके, सो द अवर नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज करियर अपॉर्चुनिटीज एंड सैलरी ग्रोथ। प्रोग्रामिंग नॉलेज डायरेक्टली करियर ग्रोथ से लिंक्ड है। सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलपर, फुल स्टैक डेवलपर, डेटा साइंटिस्ट, AI इंजीनियर और साइबर सिक्योरिटी एनालिस्ट जैसे जॉब्स की डिमांड अभी भी हाई है और 2025 के बाद भी बढ़ेगी। सैलरी पैकेजेस भी हाई होते हैं, स्पेशली अगर आप मल्टी लैंग्वेज प्रोग्रामर हो जैसे C++, जावा, पाइथन, SQL और फुल स्टैक डेवलपमेंट। इस सभी का आपको अगर नॉलेज है तो प्रोग्रामिंग सिर्फ IT जॉब्स के लिए नहीं है, नॉन IT फील्ड्स में भी यूज़ हो रही है जैसे मैकेनिकल डिज़ाइन ऑटोमेशन, बायोटेक, हेल्थ केयर एनालिटिक्स और E-कॉमर्स ऑटोमेशन। सो द नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज इनोवेशन एंड एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप। प्रोग्रामिंग स्किल सिर्फ जॉब के लिए नहीं, स्टार्टअप्स और इनोवेशन के लिए भी ज़रूरी है। एग्जाम्पल हो गया स्विगी हो या जोमेटो हो या ओला, ये सब एक कोडिंग आइडिया से स्टार्ट हुए हैं। 2025 के बाद AI टूल्स और नो कोड प्लेटफॉर्म्स के बावजूद कोडिंग माइंडसेट ही आपको यूनिक सॉल्यूशंस और प्रोडक्ट्स क्रिएट करने में हेल्प करेगा। अगर आप खुद का मोबाइल ऐप, वेबसाइट या SaaS प्रोडक्ट लॉन्च करना चाहते हो, प्रोग्रामिंग स्किल्स आपका सीक्रेट वेपन है। So the next point is lifelong learning and adaptability. प्रोग्रामिंग एक बार सीख कर ख़त्म नहीं होती, ये आपको कंटिन्यूस लर्निंग की हैबिट डेवलप करती है। नए फ्रेमवर्क्स, टूल्स और लैंग्वेजेस आते रहेंगे। जो लोग प्रोग्रामिंग माइंडसेट रखते हैं वो हर टेक्नोलॉजी शिफ्ट कर कर, कर वो हर टेक्नोलॉजी शिफ्ट के साथ अडेप्ट कर पाते हैं। फ्यूचर में AI डेवलपर्स और टेक ड्रिवन प्रोफेशनल्स की सबसे ज़्यादा सिक्योर करियर्स एंजॉय करेंगे, सबसे ज़्यादा ये लोग सिक्योर करियर एंजॉय करेंगे। सो इससे आपको अपने को क्या समझ में आता है कि इन कंक्लूजन 2025 और उसके बाद का वर्ड सिर्फ यूजर्स का नहीं होगा, ये क्रिएटर्स और इनोवेटर्स का होगा। जो लोग कोडिंग और प्रोग्रामिंग स्किल्स सीख लेंगे वो हाई पेइंग जॉब्स, ग्लोबल अपॉर्चुनिटीज और एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप फ्रीडम एंजॉय करेंगे। तो अगर आपको फ्यूचर प्रूफ करियर चाहिए तो C++, जावा, पाइथन, SQL और फुल स्टैक डेवलपमेंट जैसे स्किल्स आपके डिजिटल वेपन से। So our next slide is C++ foundational giants in tech. When we talk about programming foundations, then the first names that comes into mind are C and C++. These languages are considered the building blocks of modern programming. Okay, even in 2025 and beyond. They continue to hold a crucial role in the tech industry because they teach core concepts that every programmer needs. So the first point is to understand what is C language. C is often called the mother of programming language because most modern languages, including Python, Java, and even operating systems, kernel, and are influenced by C language. So there are some key skills of C language, like strong understanding of data types, variables, and operators. Hmm? And the second is control structures, like object-oriented programming and conditional statements. And next one is functions and modular programming. And the last one is pointers and memory management. These are some key skills of C programming languages. So learning C builds a strong logic foundation because it allows you to understand how computers work internally. For example, concepts like stack, heap memory, and pointer arithmetic makes you think like a true problem solver. So there are some use cases of C language. C language is used in embedded systems and IoT devices. Uh, C language is also used in operating system development like Linux kernel. It is also used in compilers and interpreters. Hmm? And C language and C++ language are also used in game engines and low-level drivers. C is fast, efficient, and close to hardware, which is why it's still heavily used in performance-critical applications. Hmm? So this is all about C language. Now the next is C++. C++ and its evolution. C++ is nothing but the evolution of C language. C++ is basically C language with object-oriented programming. It combines the efficiency of C language with modern programming features like classes, objects, inheritance, and polymorphism. So C++ language also has some key skills like object-oriented programming concepts, STL. STL stands for Standard Template Library, which is for the data structures like vectors, sets, and maps. It provides memory management with dynamic allocation, and C++ language also provides file handling and system-level programming. So C++ language also has some use cases like C++ language is high performance application like gaming and virtual reality. It also used in desktop applications like Photoshop or Microsoft Office, in banking and trading systems where speed and reliability are critical. It also used in game development engines like Unreal Engine are built on C++. C++ is widely used when performance meets complexity. Its ability to combine object-oriented programming and low-level controls makes it a favorite for real-time applications. So, what are the career scope of C and C++ in 2025 and beyond 2025? Even in 2025, C and C++ developers will remain in demand, especially in embedded system companies like Intel, in game development studios like Ubisoft or Rockstar Games, operating systems and driver development, and in high frequency trading and robotics. Knowing these languages makes learning modern languages easier. For example, if you know C++, Java, C Sharp, or even Python's memory model will be easier to understand. And so we are going to talk about the salary scope. C++ developers in core companies can accept high-paying jobs, especially in product-based and embedded system companies. Expertise in DSA, which means data structures and algorithm with C++, also opens doors to competitive programming and top-tier tech companies. So, in short, C and C++ are like the ABCs of programming, which means they strengthen problem-solving skills, improve understanding of computer architecture, and prepare you for advanced technologies, whether you want to become a full-stack developer artificial AI engineer, game developer, or embedded system programmer. Having a strong foundation in C and C++ will always give you, will always give you an edge in 2025 and even beyond 2025. Okay, this is all about the C and C++ languages. So next, so next we are going to talk about the Java. Java, the backbone of enterprise solutions. So, Java is often called the workhouse of enterprise software development. जावा को एंटर वर्ल्ड का एंटरप्राइज वर्ल्ड का इंजन माना जाता है और हर बड़े सॉफ्टवेयर को चलाता है जावा हर बड़े सॉफ्टवेयर को चलाती है आई मीन इट वाज रिलीज्ड बाय सन माइक्रोसिस्टम्स इन द मिड 90s विद द स्लोगन कॉल्ड राइट वंस रन एनीवेयर इसका मतलब है कि एक बार कोड लिखो और किसी भी डिवाइस पर जावा वर्चुअल मशीन के थ्रू रन करो लाइक विंडोज लिनक्स मैक या एंड्रॉइड. Today, Java runs on 3 billion devices worldwide and has over 12 million developers. मतलब हर जगह एंड्रॉयड फोन्स बैंकिंग सर्वर्स और एंटरप्राइज सॉफ्टवेयर जावा की प्रेजेंस है. सो व्हाट इज जावा? क्या है ये जावा? जावा इज अ हाई लेवल ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड क्रॉस प्लेटफॉर्म प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज. मतलब ये लैंग्वेज स्टेबिलिटी, स्केलेबिलिटी एंड सिक्योरिटी के लिए फेमस है. राइट. The code in Java is compiled into bytecode, which the Java virtual machine executes. इसका फ़ायदा ये है कि सेम जावा प्रोग्राम किसी भी ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम में रन हो सकता है, fulfilling the run anywhere promise. Its syntax is similar to C and C++, almost similar to C and C++. But Java has automatic garbage collection. मतलब आपको मैनुअल मेमोरी मैनेजमेंट की टेंशन नहीं रहती, जो कोडिंग को इसे और सिक्योर बनाता है. Over the years, Java has built a huge ecosystem of frameworks and libraries like Spring Boot and Hibernate. ये frameworks enterprise apps develop करने का speed और efficiency दोनों increase करते हैं. So, why Java is preferred for enterprise software? Because Java is reliable, secure, and scalable, making it top choice for mission-critical apps. इसकी टाइप सेफ्टी और एक्सेप्शन हैंडलिंग सिस्टम एप्लीकेशंस को वर्क फ्री और स्टेबल बनाती है. Enterprise apps often serve millions of users, so multi-threading and efficient memory management are crucial in Java. Java की ये क्वालिटीज इंश्योर करती है कि बैंकिंग और e-commerce backends heavy load हैंडल कर सकते हैं. Its mature ecosystem, Java's mature ecosystem is another big reason that Java is used in enterprise solutions. आपको डेटाबेस से इंटरेक्ट करना हो तो हाइबरनेट या वेब सर्विस बनानी हो तो स्प्रिंग बूट सब रेडी सॉल्यूशंस मिल जाते हैं जावा में. प्लस जावा हैज अ ह्यूज कम्युनिटी एंड टैलेंट पूल कि कंपनीज के लिए डेवलपर्स हायर करना इजी है स्पेशली फॉर मेंटेनिंग लेगेसी जावा सिस्टम्स. सो देयर आर सम रियल वर्ल्ड एप्लीकेशंस ऑफ जावा like Android app development. Java was the official Android language for years and even today. Most most Android apps run on Java. मतलब अगर आपने कभी Android फ़ोन यूज़ किया है तो Java सॉफ्टवेयर ज़रूर यूज़ किया है. And next one is Java is also used in enterprise and banking applications. Financial institutions love Java because security और transaction handling top notch होता है. Banks, insecure companies और trading platforms का backend mostly Java पे run होता है. So web servers and Java is also used in web servers and cloud backends. Platform like Apache Tomcat, IBM WebSphere, Oracle WebLogic are Java based. मतलब enterprise web apps और cloud microservices का foundation भी Java. Big data analytics. Java is also used in big data analytics. Tools like Apache Hadoop, Apache Kafka, Elasticsearch are runs on Java virtual machine. मतलब Java indirectly वर्ल्ड के ह्यूज डेटा सेट्स प्रोसेस कर रहा है. वर्ल्ड का ह्यूज डेटा सेट्स प्रोसेस कर रहा है Java. Okay. So अगर जावा लैंग्वेज अगर जावा प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज इतना सब कुछ कर रही है तो देयर आर सम अपॉर्चुनिटीज आई मीन देयर आर सम करियर स्कोप एंड सैलरी पोटेंशियल इन जावा राइट जैसे जावा कंसिस्टेंटली रैंक्स इन टॉप 3 प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेजेस वर्ल्ड वाइड जावा हर जगह डिमांड में है चाहे वो फैंग कंपनीज से लेके टीसीएस इन्फोसिस या विप्रो तक so career roles include Java developer, backend developer, Android developer, full stack Java developer, and later solution architect or tech lead. अगर आप Spring Boot और माइक्रो सर्विसेज में स्किल्ड हो जाते हो तो क्लाउड और एंटरप्राइज रोल्स भी इजीली मिलते हैं इन इंडिया फ्रेशर्स अर्न approximately 3 to 5 LPA and 5 to 8 years experience वाले Java engineers 15 to 20 LPA तक का पैकेज ले सकते हैं abroad, Java developers often earn six-figure salaries in USD, making it a global career option. So that's why Java is one of the language that you can practice to learn. Most importantly, Java is not going away anytime soon. इसका इकोसिस्टम इवॉल्व हो रहा है और 2023 तक भी जावा डेवलपर्स की डिमांड स्ट्रांग रहेगी स्पेशली टू मेंटेन लेगेसी सिस्टम्स और बिल्ड न्यू क्लाउड सॉल्यूशंस So Java is truly the backbone of enterprise software and a long-term career asset. अगर आप सिक्योर, स्केलेबल और हाई पेइंग करियर चाहते हो तो जावा मास्टरी आपको 2025 के टेक वर्ल्ड में एक स्ट्रॉन्ग पोजीशन देगी. So that's all about Java languages, Java programming language. So our next slide is Python. Python, the future of programming language. अगर जावा प्रेजेंट में आपको चीज़ें सिखा रही है तो पाइथन फ्यूचर में आपको काम में आएगी आई मीन द बूमिंग ऑफ ऑल राउंडर फॉर आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस मशीन लर्निंग एंड मोर if there is one programming language that has exploded in popularity in the last decade it's Python is now one language for AI, machine learning and data science. आज के टाइम में AI, machine learning और data science का synonym ही Python बन चुका है. I mean, it's also used in web development, automation, scripting and even scientific research. एक all-rounder language है जो हर डोमेन में काम आती है, चाहे स्टार्टअप हो या नासा के लैब्स हो, ये हर जगह पे यूज हो रही है Python language. So ये क्यों यूज हो रही है? I mean, why Python is booming all and everywhere? Python's simple and readable syntax makes it beginner friendly and fast to code. इसका syntax pseudocode जैसा I mean it is easy to learn for beginners the syntax of Python. It is highly versatile, used for AI, web apps, scripting, automation and analytics. मतलब एक ही लैंग्वेज से डेटा एनालिस करो वेब ऐप बनाओ या एमएल मॉडल ट्रेन करो आई मीन मल्टी मशीन लर्निंग मॉडल ट्रेन करो जैसे कि लार्ज लैंग्वेज मॉडल्स लाइक ChatGPT, Cloud AI, like that. सब possible है Python language. The artificial intelligence and data science revolution is the main driver of Python's popularity. AI और बिग डेटा के बूम ने पाइथन को इंडस्ट्री का फेवरेट टूल्स बना दिया है. Startups love Python for quick prototyping and faster development. छोटी कंपनीज या स्टार्टअप्स के लिए पाइथन स्पीड और कॉस्ट सेविंग दोनों प्रोवाइड करता है. पाइथन लैंग्वेज दोनों प्रोवाइड करता है. ओके इवन बिग एंटरप्राइजेस यूज पाइथन फॉर डेटा पाइपलाइंस ऑटोमेशन एंड क्लाउड टास्क. बड़ी एमएनसीज भी पाइथन को इंटरनल टूल्स और ऑटोमेशन स्क्रिप्ट्स के लिए अडॉप्ट कर रही है. सो देयर आर सम यूज केसेस ऑफ पाइथन लैंग्वेजेस. I mean, Python language is used in artificial intelligence and machine learning. Like Python dominates AI thanks to libraries like TensorFlow, PyTorch, and Keras. इसकी हेल्प से आप सिंपल रिग्रेशन से लेके कॉम्प्लेक्स न्यूरल नेटवर्क तक सब बिल्ड कर सकते हो. Python is also used in data science. I mean, data science uses pandas and NumPy libraries for data manipulation and analysis. मतलब आप large data sets को clean, visualize और analyze easily कर पाते हो। Jupyter notebooks make experimentation and visualization very convenient. इसकी वजह से डेटा साइंटिस्ट का फेवरेट टूल जुपिटर एंड पाइथन both combo है. So Python is also used in web development. Frameworks like Django and Flask make Python powerful for backend development. A frameworks database handling, user authentication, and APIs. It means application programming interface जैसे task को easily provide करते हैं. Like Instagram's early backend and many startups rely on Django and Python. मतलब आप MVP या scalable web apps Python से fast बना सकते हो. Python is also used in automation and scripting or DevOps. Python is known as the Swiss Army knife of automation. चाहे आपको वेब स्क्रैपिंग, फाइल हैंडलिंग या सर्वर ऑटोमेशन करनी हो, Python ready है. Libraries like Selenium, Beautiful Soup, and OpenCV make automation effortless. DevOps engineers with base CI/CD और cloud scripts Python में लिखते हैं. So there are some libraries that make Python powerful, like pandas and NumPy. These libraries for data manipulation and numerical computing. And other one is TensorFlow and PyTorch. This is used in machine learning and deep learning. And the next one is scikit-learn. It is used in classical machine learning algorithms and predictive modeling. And in web development, there are libraries like Django and Flask for web frameworks in a full stack web development. And the next one is Matplotlib and Seaborn for data visualization and plotting. And there are some other like Selenium, Beautiful Soft, and OpenCV. These libraries are used for automation, scraping, and computer vision. So a common saying is Python has a library for everything. वेब डेवलपमेंट हो, ऑटोमेशन हो या और कुछ, मतलब जो काम सोचो उसके लिए पाइथन का एक रेडीमेड लाइब्रेरी सोल्यूशन मिल जाएगा. पाइथन में एक रेडीमेड सोल्यूशन लाइब्रेरी, मतलब हर काम के लिए पाइथन में एक लाइब्रेरी है. So what are the career goals and salary potential by learning Python language? So Python skills open diverse career paths like Python developer, web developer by using Django and Flask framework, data analyst and data scientist. Python also opens machine learning and AI engineers, automation engineer, and DevOps specialist. In India, freshers earn approximately up to 4 to 6 LPA, and with 5 years in data science or machine learning, salaries can hit 15 to 20 LPA. Okay, freelancing and contract work are also possible because Python scripts and analysis are always in demand. मतलब आप side income या remote projects easily practice कर सकते हैं. Python is booming because it's simple, versatile, and AI-driven. It's beginner friendly and powerful enough for complex enterprise projects. इसलिए Python आपको future proof और high paying opportunities दोनों provide करते हैं. So that's all about Python language. So let's talk about the SQL and the databases, the data foundation. SQL and databases, the backbone of data management. Let's move on to the SQL and databases. A topic that may not sound as flashy as AI or full stack development, but it is absolutely fundamental to software development. Almost every application we use today, whether it's a mobile app, a website, an e-commerce store, or an analytics dashboard, has one thing in common. It needs to store, retrieve, and manage data. You might create the most beautiful front end or the smartest AI algorithm, but without a database, your application has no memory. And that's where SQL and databases comes in. Why SQL? Why SQL is crucial in software development. SQL stands for Structured Query Language, and it is the universal language for managing data in relational databases. Think about an app like Instagram. It needs to store. I mean, you need to store the user profiles, posts and videos, likes and comments, followers and followings lists. All of all of this lies inside a database. And SQL is the language that tells the database what to fetch, insert, update, or delete. For example, if the app needs to show you the 10 most recent posts from people you know, a SQL query is running in the background to retrieve exactly that. One of SQL's superpower is that it is declarative. I mean, you don't have to tell the database how to get the data step by step. You just say what you want. Like in SQL queries, we are going to say like select star from users where age is between 18 and 25, like that. And the database engine figures out the best way to get it efficiently. In backend development, SQL is also crucial because your app's performance often depends on how well queries are written. Your data engine or schema impacts how fast and reliable the app will be. And if you understand SQL, you can generate complex reports, analyze data directly, and ensure your app stores data efficiently. Even beyond developers, data analysts, product managers, and business teams rely on SQL for decision making. So there are some popular databases and tools like SQL is the language, but it is used with relational database management systems like RDBMS. So let's talk about the most common ones like MySQL, one of the most popular open source databases, especially for web applications. Part of the famous like LAMP stack, like it is also famous in Linux, Apache, MySQL, and PHP. Yeah, MySQL is used by startups and large companies alike because it's fast, reliable, and free. But there is a upgraded version. I mean, there is another database like PostgreSQL, known as the developers database, because of its advanced features like JSON support and complex queries. In recent surveys, PostgreSQL overtook MySQL as the most used database among developers. Okay. So there are some other databases like Microsoft SQL Server, a corporate grade database widely used in enterprise and Windows .NET ecosystems. And another one is Oracle database, a powerful but proprietary database often used in banks, telecoms, and large enterprises with huge transactions workloads. And the another one is, and the last one is SQLite, SQLite, a lightweight file-based database often embedded in mobile apps. Fun fact: every Android phone uses SQLite under the hood to store app data. And then there is the NoSQL world, like then there is a NoSQL, I mean non-relational databases like MongoDB and Cassandra, which handle unstructured or highly scalable data. Even there, SQL-inspired querying shows up because SQL is truly everywhere in data management. So how SQL fits in every software stack? I mean, imagine a full stack web application. In front end, where what the user sees, like UI. Front end means what the user sees. Okay, back end server, like handling logics and processing. In databases means stores all persistent data. SQL is the bridge between your backend and the database. Here is a simple flow. Okay, user signups, backend runs on insert query, backend runs and insert query to save their info. Okay, user logins, backend runs and select query to verify credentials. User updates their profile, backend runs and update query at that time when the user is updating profile. When the user logins, a select query is running on the backend to verify that query, to verify that credentials. This insert, select, update, delete cycle happens millions of times per day. In real world, apps like in e-commerce, like products, orders, user addresses, and all that, Millions of queries are happened in one per day. In social network apps like posts, profiles, friend lists, and in banking apps, accounts, transactions, and balances. This is why even a basic developer is expected to know SQL. In fact, Stack Overflow service consistently ranked SQL as one of the top three technologies used by developers worldwide, year after year. So there must be a development beyond SQL. Okay, basically, it not just SQL is not just for developers; it's everywhere in data careers. Data analytics, data analysts use SQL to pull reports and insights from company databases. Data scientists use SQL to fetch and filter data for machine learning models. Business analysts and QA engineers also rely on SQL for validation and testing. There are also dedicated database roles like database administrator, which handles performance, security, and backups. Data engineer, which builds pipelines and warehouses, often with heavy SQL uses. And there are some full stack developers or backend engineers spends time writing and optimizing queries. So, career scope and salary potential in SQL language. SQL might not feel trendy, but it is timeless and career critical. Almost every fresher interview in IT will test basic SQL skills. Query writing, finding the second highest salary, or joining multiple tables are classic interview questions. With experience, your skills in SQL, your skills in query optimization, indexing, and database design becomes highly valuable. So global SQL related roles like DBA or data engineers often earn six-figure salaries, especially in finance, cloud, and big data companies. So SQL is the backbone of data management. Every app, every service, every business runs on data, and SQL is how we store, retrieve, and manage that data. Learning SQL is an investment that pays off throughout your career, no matter whether you are a full stack developer, analyst, or data engineer. So while SQL might not be flashy, it is foundational and timeless, skill that will stay relevant well beyond 2025. Okay, our next slide is full stack development. Now we are going to talk about the full stack development, which is the combination of front end, back end, and database. Now that we have explored individual programming languages and databases, let's step into full stack development. Okay, so a term full stack developer is a term that you have probably heard a lot in your today's software industry. A full stack developer is like an all-rounder in cricket. Okay, someone who can bat, ball, and field. Okay, someone who can batting, bowling, and fielding in software. It means they can work on the front end of an application, the back end, and even handle the database with ease. In other words, they can build an application end to end from the user interface you see on the screen. This is the user interface, I mean UI of the application, to the server side logic that processes requests, and finally to the database where all the information is stored. Imagine a simple feature like uploading a profile picture. A full stack developer can design the front end interface, maybe a React component or a simple HTML form to select the image. They can also handle the backend logic, perhaps a Node.js or Python API to receive and store that file. And finally, manage the database side, saving the file path or storing the image reference in cloud storage. This complete understanding of how the flow from client to server to database and back makes full stack developers highly valuable. What makes full stack developer exciting in its versatility? In professional settings, teams might still split work between front end and back end specialists, but a full stack developer can jump in anywhere. If the backend has a bug, they can debug it. If the front end needs a few feature, they can implement it. This end-to-end perspective also makes them excellent problem solvers because they can trace issues across the entire system. So, in today's industry, one of the most popular approaches is the JavaScript-driven stack, like MonStack or MinStack. It uses React or Angular on the front end and Node and Express on the back end, and the MongoDB for the database. The beauty of this approach is that JavaScript runs everywhere, almost everywhere, which makes development faster and more consistent. That said, full stack development is not limited to JavaScript. The main goal is to be comfortable across the layers of an application, like front end, back end, and database. Companies love full stack developers for one big reason, that is flexibility. In startups, having one person who can handle the UI, backend, and database saves costs and up speed up development. Early stage teams often rely on a small group of full stack engineers to build entire products quickly. Even in larger companies where roles are more specialized, full stack developers are valuable because they see the big picture. They can coordinate better across teams, bridge communication gaps, and even step in temporarily if one part of the project is short on resources. To make it practical, consider an e-commerce project. A full stack developer can create the product listing pages and shopping cart UI, code the backend services for orders and payments, and design the database schema for products and transactions, or take a social media app. They could handle everything from the post creation interface to the API that save posts to the database storing users and comments. When it comes to salary, I mean, the demand for full stack developer is strong. In India, a junior full stack developer might start at around 6 LP, while experienced developers can reach 15 or more. At last, full stack development is all about being a complete problem solver. It's about understanding how the user interface, the backend logic, and the database comes together to create a seamless application. Whether you join a startup that needs you to wear multiple hats or an MNC, you need full stack development everywhere. So now top companies, so now we are going to talk about navigating tech career opportunities. Top companies hiring and career roles in software development. Right? By now, we have explored how learning programming languages, databases, and full stack development can shape your technical foundation. But you might still be wondering, where do these skills actually take me in the real world? Today, I want to paint a clear picture on the job landscape for programmers and developers, especially from the perspective of someone starting out in India. But the global outlook too. When you first step into the software industry, the doors open to a variety of entry level roles. You will see job titles like software engineer, software developer, associate developer, hmm, right? Android developer, web developer. These are the positions where your knowledge of languages like C, C++, Java, Python, combined with a few projects or internships, will make you eligible. Some roles like QA tester, software tester, also look for people with programming skills. As you gain experience over the first 2 to 5 years, your title and responsibilities will grow. You might become a senior software engineer. Now let's talk about who is hiring these skills. The spectrum is huge, from massive multinational corporations to small, scrappy startups. In India, the IT service giants like TCS, Infosys, Wipro, HCL, and Tech Mahindra hire thousands of engineers every year. They are well known for bulk campus hiring. where fresh graduates are trained in specific technologies and then deployed to client projects across industries like banking, healthcare, telecom, and more. Then there are the product tech giants like the Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Meta, Apple, and Netflix. These are all the product-based tech giants. These companies often have offices in India and hire aggressively. They look for strong problem-solving abilities that you come from like data structures and algorithm expertise and system design skills for experienced roles. Beyond beyond the giants, I mean, India has a vibrant startup and product ecosystem that has exploded over the past decade. Companies like Flipkart, Zomato, Paytm, Ola, Swiggy, Razorpay, and Zoho and Byju's also are just a few examples of startups in India. Startups typically use modern tech stacks, lots of uses JavaScript, Python, Node.js, React, and even MongoDB, and sometimes and in sometimes Go and Kotlin for specific use cases. If you ever visit job portals like LinkedIn or Naukri.com, you will immediately see the massive demand for developers. Search for Java developer, Python developer, or full stack developer, and you will find thousands of job postings in India alone. Many clustered in tech hubs like Bangalore, Hyderabad, Pune, Chennai, and even Mumbai. Increasingly, remote roles are listed too. It's also important to understand the differences between IT services, product MNCs, and startups because each offers a different kind of career growth. IT services companies provide a stable start and broad exposure to various domains, often with opportunities to travel for client projects. Product MNCs give you cutting edge work, strong mentorship, and very competitive salaries. But the hiring bar is higher. Startups gives you responsibility, speed, and learning. Sometimes letting you grow into leadership with 2 3 years if the company scales fast. In short, the career scope for software developers is massive and global, from tech giants to local startups, from on-site jobs to remote roles and freelancing. The world is hungry for people who can solve problems with code. India is projected to have the largest developer population in the world by 2027, which shows two things. The competition is growing, but so is the demand. Software development remains a meritocratic field. I mean, if you are good at coding, building projects, and learning continuously, you can create opportunities for yourself anywhere in the world. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you take your first step toward a career in programming, let me introduce you to a place that can transform your journey, which is ABC Trainings. To understand that starting or switching to a career in software development can feel overwhelming. There are so many languages, frameworks, and career paths to choose from, but that's exactly why ABC Trainings exists to guide you step by step from a beginner to a confident, job ready developer. At ABC Trainings, our philosophy is simple. You learn best by doing. That's why all our programmers are hands-on and hands-on and project-based. Whether you are learning C and C++ for system programming, Java or Python for application development or full stack development with the MERN stack or mean stack, you make sure that you don't just memorize syntax, you build real projects. Imagine completing a Python course and walking away with a mini data science project analyzing live data sets, or finishing a full stack course having built your own e-commerce website or blog platform. By the end, you don't just have knowledge, you have a portfolio you can proudly show employers. Another thing that makes ABC training special is our mentorship. Learning alone can be tough, which is why we pair you with mentors who are industry professionals, software engineers, data scientists, and team leads who know what it takes to succeed. They don't just teach; they guide you with career advice from top companies or alumni who made successful transitions into tech. With this support system, you never feel like you are on this journey alone. We also take pride in our beginner friendly approach. Maybe you are mechanical or civil engineer graduate written a line of who is never written a single line of code. Maybe you are a working professional trying to upskill. No problem. We start from the absolute basics, explaining logic, syntax, and problem solving step by step, and then gradually take you to the advanced topics. By the time you finish, you will be solving problems, building applications, and thinking like a developer. Our curriculum is always up to date with the latest industry standards. You will learn modern Java features, Python libraries like Pandas and NumPy, React with Forks, and real-world tools like GitHub. And we don't stop training, and we don't stop at training. ABC Trainings also provides placement support and internships to help you build a strong resume, prepare for technical interviews, and connect with hiring partners. Perhaps the best of our approach is our success stories. We have seen students with zero coding background and land jobs at companies like Infosys, Accenture, and even fast-growing startups. Somehow, at ABC trainings, your success is our mission. We don't just teach you to code; we prepare you to thrive in the software industry. Whether your goal is a high-paying job, a career switch, or you're launching we are here to make you to get with the confidence. So thank you guys. That's all about today. Let's meet in the class.